we move to the sixth step of learning management system, and this is the last step, and this deals with the assessment. So when in the beginning we have started with syllabus and curriculum, everything has been planned with one objective, is that children, they learn things quite well. So whatever is planned for the children, please children achieve them without any problem. Now to check whether the children have achieved all these things in a given period of time, we must have very structured assessment in place. So if anybody is saying that they are the playgroup children, they are the preschool children, therefore I should not have assessment, this is absolutely wrong. If we are taking children for skill building, and without assessment, skill building doesn't happen. Yes, you may not be having that traditional, that conventional way of assessment, giving a question paper as the children to write, because that cannot be done for a child in the preschool age. However, the assessment can be done in a very different format. Assessment can be observational assessment, assessment can be activity-based assessment, assessment can be of any type. But as a teacher of preschool, if you feel that assessment is a big no for children in the preschool, you are absolutely wrong. If we have the objective of skill building and we are not doing assessment, we are missing a very big thing in the learning management system, because there is no way which can tell us if the child has achieved a skill or not, is only through assessment. So while we do assessment as a structured way under learning management system, we have to follow 3 levels. Level 1 is that initial assessment, or what we call it as the diagnostic assessment. What does this initial assessment or diagnostic assessment means? Now, when a child is coming to a particular class to gain certain skills defined for that particular class or particular age, it goes without saying that the child must be having some prerequisite knowledge or prerequisite skill. If we want to teach a child about the sum, addition as a skill, then the prerequisite thing is that child must know the numbers. If the child doesn't know the numbers, then learning the addition will be next to impossible. So here, knowing the numbers becomes the diagnostic or initial assessment. We have to assess if the child is aware about numbers or not. So that's why doing this assessment is very important. Otherwise, if this is not done, then whatever is being planned for that class through curriculum and syllabus, child is not going to achieve anything, because child doesn't have that prerequisite skills to go through that skill set. And because of that reason, perhaps you will be having lots of entrance examination is one example of your diagnostic or initial assessment. So in a preschool setup, we must have an initial assessment through which at least we have to scan through if all the developmental milestones of the child is being achieved for a particular class for which we are taking the child getting admitted into that class. This is very important, and Adiveret Kids has designed a very structured initial assessment. And if you want to know more about that, please do reach out to us. We'll help you how you can implement the initial assessment in your school setting. Then once this is done, we have to go to the formative assessment. And formative assessment, as the name suggests, while the child is forming various skills during learning, then we have to assess if the child's formation skill is better or not. So what we do, formative assessment, basically we do for the shorter period of time. As we have learned in our syllabus building, we know that whole syllabus we cannot make in one go. Syllabus can be term syllabus then can be subdivided into monthly syllabus, and monthly syllabus can be subdivided into weekly syllabus. This is because whole skill we cannot take to the classroom in one go. So while we have distributed syllabus in terms of weeks and months, we can do some assessment for all the apportioned syllabus for a month or for a week as a part of our formative assessment. Now, formative assessment has to be for a specific skill and for a specific period, and most often and normally we do the formative assessment at least for a month or 2 months together. So if it is done for a monthly period, then it is well and good, because we have to ensure whatever skill we have taught to the child in month 1, those things has to be assessed before the child moves to the month 2 of the syllabus. Sometimes if you feel that month 1 is very short period and the portion of syllabus you have included in month 1 is very small, then you may consider 2 months together as formative assessment. That means whatever syllabus you have completed in past 2 months, then that can be combined together, and that portion you can use to assess the child if child have understood everything that was taught in first 2 months or first 1 month of your syllabus. From that perspective, formative assessment becomes very critical for child's skill development. And if you have not yet initiated the formative assessment in your school, it's very important. You must initiate that and make this formative assessment as a part of your learning management system of your school. Then level 3 is the summative assessment. Summative assessment basically takes care of assessment for a bigger sum of period. Now, if you recall your curriculum and syllabus, you have divided your annual syllabus into 2, first term 1 and term 2, or majorly 3 terms. Now they become the 3 different sum of skills under each of the terms. Now once we define term 1, then we have got certain component of syllabus meant for that age group. Now once we complete that term, which may be 4 months, 5 months, a bigger period, a certain skills are bundled into that term. So we must take that as the sum of skills and create an assessment and implement in the school as a part of the learning management system. And once that is done, we teachers and academic staff of the school will be ensuring that whatever was planned under term 1 syllabus, child is absolutely doing them without much difficulty. Then once that is done, child moves to the next term or next level. Then child's ability to capture, ability to pick up those skills will be much easier if assessment ensures child's competency in terms of getting all these things has already been successful. So that is all about the assessment. And assessment, how assessment has to be done, and how observational assessment, how activity-based assessment has to be done, that we'll be dealing in a different session. And this particular session is all about discussing what are the components we must keep under LMS so that we can build a very structured learning management system for our school. So this is the last step of the LMS to make the LMS as an integral part of your whole academic journey. So with this we have completed all the 6 steps of building learning management system. And at any point of time, if you have any difficulty in understanding this portion of learning management system, you can very well touch base with us. All the details are visible here in your screen. So you can reach out to us either by writing email or direct messaging to us through the numbers displayed here, and we'll be there to help you to manage and establish a very strong learning management system at your school. So thank you very much for your patient hearing, and I'm sure these sessions are going to help you in a very, very positive way to make your school a better place of learning. Thank you.